We haven't seen that much for Snap either, unless outside of the Chinese teams. Honestly, if you put stickers over the one dub name and the XG name, right, and ask me to pick which draft is which, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be like, XG, yeah, man. Getting that additional attack speed, man, with a hero like the Morphling, you really start hurting everybody super hard. So crazy hype to see how it's gonna go. We might have a first blood though. Chira Jr. falling afoul of the movements from XG into the Radiant side of the map. He gets caught in by the ice shards, killed off, and that's a first blood before the horn even sounds.
Be able to go farm creeps and then be able to go farm heroes a little bit later on, which doesn't really have anybody straight away that he can just instantly hunt, right? Like he doesn't have like a CM or anything.
He's gonna get taken out eventually. They actually do manage to right click through him. It got a little bit dicey there for Cloud. I thought he might end up falling in that situation, but they caught him in between the waves as they're trying to manipulate the equilibrium. That his team is the one that can collect any runes if they come up, get some D-wards around this area. Bottom lane, Respect getting snowballed into. Shin-Q and XXX, they want this kill, and with the Soul Assumption, they will get it.
Because you don't really want to be... Soul Assumption does take a decent amount of mana from the Visage, so you can't just be spamming out to get rid of those raindrop charges. There is a fight for the power ring, so Sweden strong.
Yeah, Sweden strong. He does have the Fire Snap cookie, gets onto the high ground, but it's not going to save his life. XM... The right click follows him all the way up. He's actually super lucky. Had that missed, he would have ended up living on this Snapfire. DY got eaten up by the blood grenade. Slowed down slowly but surely. There's going to be the battery assault. This should be the kill going the way of Chira Jr. His time not being wasted from the mid lane.
I was thinking that to myself just before, right, where I was like, okay, what kind of build do you want to see out of a Visage this time around? Probably, I would say a little bit more of the controller-orientated one, maybe an Orchid early. There's a fight, though.
Little bit of a fight happening here. I mean, them trying to chase down Chira Jr. They leash him to the tree. They really want this damage. He dodges the power shot, though, and he's on the high ground thanks to the Fire Snap cookie. Winding up the Requiem, he lets it go. It's going to connect onto Shin-Q, and this Tusk will end up dead. Chira Jr. dodges another power shot. What a madman, but he will not be able to dodge the whirlwind. He will end up getting killed off. Cloud, though, looking for revenge. Torrent doesn't connect onto Ame, so he's out. XM, in the meantime, is devastating the backlines with the help of XXX. They've managed to bring down 3. Ame now potentially looking towards Cloud, but doesn't want to take the chance of chasing him up the hill. He's completely out of HP and mana. He'll regen up. Oh, he found a regen rune. Of course he did. Now he gets a shackle shot out onto Cloud. The familiar drops will be there. Do they have the damage? He's underneath the tier 1 tower, so he's fairly tanky. XM dives in after him, and they do end up killing him off. Respect TP'd in to try find revenge, and Chira Jr. Chira Jr. Oh no, a bit too confident of a TP.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like you're looking at the XSS's build and you're just like, this is just enables them to go even harder and even faster, right? They've got this early rod of Atos. He's sitting at 6.5 or almost 6.5k net worth right now. He is leaps and bounds above everybody in the game. And he can just keep going hard.
Didn't he just die to this combo, guys? Have some mercy. They go right in on him. He is dead for sure. Now there's going to be a boat being thrown in by Cloud. Snowball, though, from Shin-Q will be able to dodge and evade it. Requiem, though, should blow up in his face. They might have enough damage to kill him here. Shin-Q getting dragged back by Cloud. He eventually does take a tumble here. But the rest of XG are streaming in. They want to make them pay for this one. They got the Atos out onto Chira Jr. They're getting the SF again.
Oh, no.
Wicked 6 streak for this Visage. Cloud has shown up. He wants to put in some damage, but Ame is here too. Threw in the whirlwind. Cloud already at half HP. With the familiar drops, they're going to take him over to 0. Ame credited with that kill. Respect having respawned, comes back in, has the cogs on the 2. With the Morty's kisses flying in, Ame and XXX will die. An astonishing amount of gold going the way of these 1W supports.
Yeah, and especially with the fact that they're able to put the drinking buddies on the birds. Like, it's level 3 drinking buddies, so 70 bonus damage to one of the birds.
Holy smokes, look at XM! Diving deep into the triangle, he finds Cloud! And the power shot from Ame clips him and kills him.
And now they are just taking more parts of the map. You can just see, with the only bit of vision that they're able to get for Respect, he's just got this nice little ward up on the high ground, but as soon as DY walks in towards that triangle, it's just not the position that you want to be in here for 1W. And these are mainly the only heroes that they can try and fight with. Maybe this is something they can win.
Cloud, he's going to be the first one gone on, so he throws a boat back. It's not going to connect onto any heroes, but it does give him the Coco Rum. And Shin-Q looks like he's being abandoned. Snowball towards Respect. He's going to try drinking buddies himself out of here, but also DY Overgrowth on the backlines, catches on the 4. Cloud fell very low, but not killed off just yet. It's going to be Respect instead, who's going to still stay alive a little bit longer. Cloud, gone. Respect, gone. XM, though, running out of mana. Can he still keep this clean up going? As he's looking towards Sweden Strong, trying to get him as we see XXX dying towards the west. And XM succeeds in that fight, but he loses his life right afterwards.
It's a good fight if they can try and find somebody 4v5, but oh, they just weren't able to connect it on an Ame. Doesn't have BKB either.
A boat thrown out onto him. It does connect. Morty's kisses are out, but oh no, he gets himself into a better situation. How does he escape from this though? They threw a shackle shot back onto Respect. It connected onto Cloud as well, so no more X marks. XM has now shown up. Wants to put pressure onto Chira Jr. They force out the early BKB. Now everybody else just needs to get the hell out of here. XM going forward. He gets dragged back by the drinking buddies, which might lead to Cloud surviving. No, it will not. Cloud caught and killed. Sweden Strong on the bottom side of the fight in front of the tier 2 tower. He has a fire snap cookie, but he knows he's only delaying the inevitable. XM commits the last of his mana for the Vortex, but it ends up being enough. 3 heroes down. And I can get the idea. They still had this very nice observer ward on the high ground. Like you mentioned, they knew XM wasn't there. DY wasn't there at the beginning either. But unfortunately, they just couldn't make it happen in the end.
Yeah, there was also this ward that they had up on the high ground in the jungle here for the side of XG. So as soon as that fight started to break out, there was a lot of vision for the side of Xtreme, and they were able to keep Ame just far enough away that he was able to hold.
He found Chira Jr. all by his lonesome with BKB active. He has a shackle shot. He come in with Respect, who throws in the life-saving cogs, puts him in the trap, and Chira Jr. turns it around. He will still end up dying, but he doesn't go down with nothing. Respect right now will get himself caught out, gets killed too, but he definitely did his duty. Ensured that they killed Ame first. What they do not know is that the rest of XG are actually smoked up in the other direction to try and catch them, and they will come across them right now. A fight is going to break out. Respect is the first one seen. Rod of ATOS to slow him down, and we are losing our clockwork very, very quickly. Will he eventually die? Yes, he will. Soul Assumption will be there. Munkushi now gets himself zipped onto by XM. They really want to try and bring him down, but Chira Jr. pops his BKB, threatens the Requiem and dissuades them back. And in the meantime, they just right-click down Shinkyu and kill him off. The BKB, though, from Chira Jr. has now expired. Can they catch him? He does find the Requiem, but it barely connects onto these heroes. They do now find XM here, but he's able to zip past all this damage. Shackle shot onto Chira Jr. with Ame on the backlines with the Whirlwind. He kills off the SF, and the Rod of ATOS! XXX found Munkushi. This Morphling's not getting out of here either. Respect will do what he can. Drops down the power cogs, hoping to zone them back, but they are still chasing. Ame with the Gleipnir out onto 3. Sweden Strong, the first one to fall from this. Shackle shot out onto Munkushi. He needs to get out of here. He gets himself out with the waveform. XM zips in, willing to expend the mana, and they find the kill as a result. 4 heroes down. XG, last time they lost the fight in this exact area. This time,
just because of how strong I think his entire kit really is. BKB's almost done though for Munkushi. I think this is exactly what they're waiting for. Actually, he just picked it up.
He just got it. Yeah.
This is the fight.
All right, Hail Mary time, boys. One whale, this is it. Will they come up like Moby Dick, or will they go down like Captain Ahab? XM goes in, finds Munkushi. They almost kill him off before he can get off his BKB, and they succeed. No buyback for the Water Boy. The Morphling is down.
They're not. They just didn't have a save. This Chira Jr. didn't get the fourth, and now they're all dead too.
Now putting that same punishment onto Chira Jr. The BKB will be there, but Ame with the Whirlwind does not care about your magic immunity. Chira Jr. is dead. Cloud follows him into the grave. And yes, Chira Jr. buys back, but without BKBs, you have your ultimate, sure, but I don't know how you can even approach this team without the BKBs available. And now look, Gleipnir directly onto Cloud. They're trying to force a dieback out of him, while XM is zoning Chira Jr. back into the base. Cloud, unfortunately, will end up dead. Sweden Strong threw in the conciliatory Morty's kisses, but it's not really going to have that much of an impact. XM doesn't have Aegis anymore, so it does need to be a bit careful. He's out of mana at the moment as well. But while he's busy soloing the one-win lineup, his team is taking out the racks. Mega creeps have been achieved right now for Xtreme Gaming, and they might have one more hurrah fluke. Morphling is up in 2 seconds. Can they do it?
I mean, they don't really. They're trying to build up the souls now on Chira Jr. and Munkushi has got the respawn in. Freshly picked up BKBs. If he's going to use it, they need to get something. They need to show some sort of fight.
Munkushi stole away the Wind Ranger form.
The
BKB's lost already. Shiryu Jr. uses his own BKB. The hook shot onto XXX. He's inside the cogs right now, but they just don't have the damage to do this. XM zoning them back, but yet again, look what XXX is doing. Focused on winning the game, going towards this Ancient, getting the W. GG, well played is called. Xtreme Gaming showing that day one was not a fluke. Day two, they're actually even stronger than they were before. The plan is, my friend, is to do what we did to you in the first 15, 16 minutes of the game, run at you forever. This is not going to... I'll imagine that the only time they'll ever be sitting back farming is Ame just like, hey guys, I need like 90 seconds for the next item.
If you're Chiro Jr., you're really just trying to punish any of these movements that come in from XM. Maybe try and take his tower, try and take a little bit of extra farm from the side.
Cloud is in trouble. Ame channeled up the full duration stun, and Cloud does not have access to the onslaught. Has trample, trying to get away, and he does not. DY throws in the spear and gets the kill. First blood drawn by Xtreme Gaming in the bottom lane.
This is something that I want to talk to the Timber spammers about the fast choices.
We'll talk about it in a second, because look who come first. You're wondering, is DY going to respond to the rotation? It's the other way around, my friend. DY came first. They're looking to try and bring down Munkushi. Respect saves him with the disruption for now. They end up bringing down DY. Timber Chain misses, but XXX still finds the kill. The question is, does he escape from this? He's trying to, getting himself back. Timber Chain once more, and they do not have the damage to kill him. Shinkyu zones them back with the Fate Bolt. Tank up, anchor person, distraction for the team. I think this one's a little bit better.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think it's probably going to be very situationally based. Cloud takes down DY though on the bottom side, so DY is just trying to stop a lot of these great
top lane shenanigans. They're trying to go onto XXX here, and they do succeed in doing so. Chiro Jr.
You can just see that Chiro Jr. understands that he wants to be a little bit more of a nuisance in this game. Respect. He has the orb. Oh, XXX.
Worth. He gets it. And then now Chiro Jr. is here as well. They're providing in some damage. Going for Shinkyu, who tosses them back. They won't be able to kill him off. And now all of a sudden Chiro Jr. out of mana and in a bit of a precarious position. XM will follow him with the rotation, roll up, and they ensure the kill. I can completely understand Respect being there, as they do end up killing off the Rubik at the very end. And Rubik also, or Respect rather, also got the Wisdom Rune. But I don't know what Chiro Jr. is doing here.
Yeah. He just stuck around as well, like, you know, maybe they were just feeling like they just had enough burst damage to be able to take down anybody who was responding. I mean, I'm going to sound like a massive contrarian right now. I think barriers were a mistake.
I agree. XXX is going to get disrupted by Respect. It's going to save him for a little bit of time. But fortunately, Sweden Strong is there with the stun. XM, he jumps into the fray. But like you said, he doesn't have Rolling Thunder. It just came back off cooldown, but it comes back a little bit too late. He is dead for sure. And in this game, when you're playing an Invis hero like the Nyx Assassin, you're going to find out very quickly how annoying it can be dealing with his vision. And now bottom though, Cloud goes in. They bring in Respect. They're hoping for the first kill they have in the game onto Ame, and they do get it. He threw out the stun before he died though, but Munkushi comes in through the Twin Gate, threw out the Laguna Blade, but it might end up being a mistake. As Cloud, he's the first one to fall, taken out by XXX. XM finding the stun onto Respect. They want the Shadow Demon, but he's still alive for now. XM will kill him off with the Swashbuckle Shield Crash combo. Munkushi, he came back, laying in some damage from the high ground. They bring down XXX. DY, one more right click will bring him down too. All of a sudden, XM feeling very, very isolated where he's at, but not isolated enough, because he at least kills the Lina on the way down. Ends up being a chaotic bloodbath in this bottom half of the map, defending their towers and making sure that this, when they eventually are ready to fight on the side of XG, denying them places where it makes sense for them to make those rotations. Now, top lane, XM is going to get caught out here. Does he have enough to survive? Goes into the Rolling Thunder, but there's too much AoE damage from Chiro Jr.
TP's in terms of fight for you, so they're just really kind of doing a good job of just identifying the power spikes they have for their heroes and really being able to win a lot of these fights. XM wants to go in though. Trying to force
a fight middle. They were hoping to go onto Chiro Jr., but Cloud was in the trees, came out with the onslaught, tramples down XM, and the Pangolier is dead. Sweden Strong should still die though. An impetus shot connects onto him. And XXX, considering the chase going forward, Ame throws out the stun, but they are realizing that without having XM available,
I mean, you know, fanboying a little bit at the start, XM was set up for a very strong game, but as soon as that mid game happened, it didn't turn out.
Yeah. Check out Munkushi. able to get a pretty big kill right now.
Yeah, that was a spicy one there. I saw the blink in the corner of my eye, and DY was just around the corner. They want to try and fight with Armade, though. Okay, not. But yeah, I do agree with you, right? It's going to get to a point where XM's going to be the guy that needs to be in front of her, but as soon as she gets BKB, it won't really matter.
Speaking of XM, he's dying like he's a support right now.
He was the first one to get gone on, and then he respawned, and then he basically instantly TP'd back towards the mid lane and died like straight again. Like that was kind of when the blade now felt bad. Like 2 deaths in rows is too many.
Sweden Strong has a Dagon already on this next assassin. XXX jumping in on top of him, but here comes Cloud. Beautiful onslaught into the pulverize onto this Timber. Not dead just yet, but eventually will as he gets trampled into the death. XM rolling around, trying to at least break up this fight somewhat. Realizing as the roll expires that he needs to get the hell out of here.
At that point, he bounces into Chiro Jr., who then gets bounced on the high ground. You're like, well, okay, fight's kind of over at this point, so things are not looking up for a stream.
XXX showed up to the bottom lane as soon as he peeks his head out into some vision.
Yeah, it would have been nice for them to try and get their kill there onto Cloud, but, you know, the BKBs are just a little bit too strong. But they are starting to wear thin a little bit here.
XXX.
What was he doing
got a little
there?
bit too... I don't know. Ame channeling the stun, but he doesn't have a blink dagger, so he can't get in. Now he's stunned himself. Chiro Jr. has the split earth, but doesn't want to actually let it wind out. Bro, he also just picked up a ceremonial robe as his neutral item. That is perfect. Down bottom, Sweden Strong. Look who he's found. It's DY. That is a dead Enchantress. Whew. Like you mentioned, the solo kill potential is there. The fight is still breaking out down bottom though. Cloud going in with the onslaught towards Ame. They found the big carry. He activates his BKB, but it's not going to matter. Munkushi is here as Cloud holds him with the pulverize. And Ame is dead. 70 seconds. No buyback for the Alchemist.
Chiro was just able to make much better rotations to what XM was. He was the one that was being aggressive, right? Like we saw him make that first rotation towards the top. He got themselves a couple of kills. Yeah, Chiro lost his life, but there's so much extra network.
Munkushi could be caught out here, but they just don't have the damage without the Alchemist. XM committed the full Rolling Thunder for this one. Can they get anything out of it? No, they cannot. They have to retreat onto the high ground, and here comes Cloud, ready to punish them. They find DY first and foremost, kill him off without buyback. They still could reach for more respect. Disruption out onto the Timber Soul, but they're just using the time to beat down onto the tier 3 tower. We're about 30 minutes in.
For Ame to come back though. You have to be mindful of that.
I think you get the tier 3. I'm not sure about the racks. Chiro Jr. though blinks up. BKB active, just straight onto Shin Q. And the stun comes back onto him, but got that debuff immunity, so Ame can't do anything with the concoction. And now they're just watching Munkushi deal with the base as XXX dies in the blink of an eye. XM going in, hoping to do something. Ame can't even get to the fight. Pulverize will stun him up right next to XM. XM already gone. Ame will throw out the stun, but it's not really going to make a difference. Already zoned back into the fountain. Cloud though, taking quite a bit of damage from DY. These impetus shots are no joke. But still, nobody from One Dub is dead. And now, wow, DY. But would certainly like to make it a perfect group. Ame in a bit of an awkward position. Chiro Jr. blinks in first, looking towards DY. Ame pops his BKB, but he gets stunned before the BKB came out, so he lost most of his HP. He is dead without buyback. XM gonna try his best. They're stunning up Chiro Jr., but no, Chiro Jr. got pushed onto the high ground. So this Leshrac free to just dish in magic damage without getting touched. Munkushi is also throwing in as many right clicks as possible. And as all the XG heroes die, the GG is called. One Dub will get the one dub, prevent XG from having a perfect group, and give themselves confidence leading into the seeding stage on the road to the International.